Yes, sir, Bob. You are now listening to the Apocalyptic Aftermath channel with your humble host, Lucifer, the king of hell himself. Yes, sir, you fucking heard me right. Um, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing good, great. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Happy Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. So, the funny thing is, I made a video a couple days ago talking about my childhood, my traumatic, insanely terrifying, horrible, and traumatic childhood that was unleashed on me by my mother. Because she's the ringleader. She's the leader of all these people. So it was her decision to just blatantly just beat the shit out of me for no apparent reason. And you gotta understand. I'm not making any excuses, but if it was for a reason, like if it was, I don't know, like if it was to make me tougher, I would not completely I'd still be angry, I would still be pissed off, but it was to make me, at least there was a reason. At least you don't want your kids, you don't want a kid not to, get knocked around and shit. Like most parents don't want their kids getting knocked around. She wanted me to get knocked around up until my teenage adult years. She did a lot of fucked up shit, man. She's involved in a lot of because she's Illuminati, right? So a lot of this harassment, a lot of the harassment, the people that harass me and shit like that, and the surveillance, she's part of it too. So my mother is my number one bully. And she's my number one bully. Like there is no worse bully. I shit you fucking not, bro. I shit you fucking not. I do not know a bigger bully than my mom, bro. And I've been around town. There's some tough dudes out there, but those guys don't give a shit about me. My mom is literally in my life, in my universe. My mom is my biggest bully, and there's never, I never had a real bully. Like the only real bully I've ever had was my mom. So, cause I fought with bullies. When a bully would come around, I would fight because they made me fight, so. Like my first reaction when somebody wants to fight me is to fight. It's not to cower or to, So, it had its usefulness. What they did to me had its usefulness, but that wasn't the point. Like they didn't give a shit if I won a fight. Like I didn't get any congratulations for winning a fight. They didn't think I was tough, as a kid for fighting. No, they thought like the worst. That's the worst part. So they would make me fight kids, win or lose. I would still get treated like garbage. Like they would still like call me a wimp. Like it's like they would treat me like I was a wimp, like I was a fucking wet towel and shit. Till today, they still do that. Like they gaslight me, right? So my parents, my family used to gaslight me a lot. Treat me like a wimp, treat me like a wuss and shit. Even though I was fighting complete strange kids, not to say complete strangers, but I'm not, and I had no idea. You gotta imagine, you gotta think about it, bro. Like, cause some people have anxiety just standing in front of a crowd, bro. Like, I wake up in the morning, 7 o'clock in the fucking morning, bro. My bowels are already torn to pieces, right? Like I'm already like, my stomach is bubbling, diarrhea style. Why? Because I'm stressed out and I'm nervous. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen when I get at school, because nobody tells me tomorrow you're gonna fight this person. Boom, you better be ready. There was no preparation. Like nobody taught me how to fight. Like nobody like sat there and be like, oh, you got to punch like this. No, it's like, here you go, kid. Wham. go fight, and that's it. Like a fucking worse than a gladiator. At least a gladiator was a person that used to fought in the war, or they had a little bit of, you know, physical training. No, they just, you know, just, yeah, there you go. Fuck it. I don't fucking care. Figure it out. And if you get your ass handed to you, I'm gonna beat your ass on top of that shit, even though I didn't teach you nothing. If you fail, it's your fault. You know. So Illuminati families, man. So this is the reason why I kind of like, I understand that some people that actually have real families, and I'm happy for you, and I hope everything turns out great, and I hope you and your family stick together until the fucking wheel falls off. I'm fucking happy for you. If you have a real fucking family, I am ecstatic, and most of the shit that I say on this channel does not concern you. Most of the shit, when I talk about like family issues, when I talk about some people have to get away from their family because your family is fake, it's not a real one, and spiritually speaking, it's not a real one. Even if I'm sorry to Lucifer, but I'm gonna use a Christian quotation. But even in the Bible, if you're a Christian, right, and you're a chosen one, even in the Bible it tells you, bro, like, if you're a chosen one, those people ain't your people, and they never have been. Like, the Bible actually promotes people emancipating themselves from their parents, because if you read the Bible carefully, God is, you know, Shakla is very adamant on making you understand that if you're a chosen one, if you are a Jesus archetype, especially, I think he talks mostly generally speaking, but there are some sequences where he does repeat, especially when it comes to chosen ones, you know, the apocalypse, when it comes down to the apocalypse, 144,000 and so on, and Jesus archetypes and whatever, you know. You gotta understand, like, Jesus didn't have no parents. Like, Jesus doesn't consider Mary and Joseph his parents, right? Like, Mary and Joseph are not Jesus' parents. Jesus does not see them as his parents, and it's normal, you know, when your soul comes from up high, right? When you're a walk-in, right? Like me, I'm a walk-in, right? I wasn't this guy before, right? I wasn't this guy before. I was another guy, right? But when spirit comes into you, pause. But when spirit comes into you, you are a elevated entity. So you're not those people that you're with. You're not their people. You're not the same person. You're not the, you know, you're not the same person. You know, that person's still there. You're wearing his body. You have his face. But it's not that person. That person is not there anymore. So, you know, it goes both ways. You have to understand that you're not the person that they thought you were. And they don't have to understand shit, actually. You don't have to care whether or not they understand. But, you know, that's none of your fucking business. The only thing that's your business is you need to understand that's, you know, these people might not be your real family, depending on the level of spirituality that you're on. You know, on the base level, if you're looking to find out if these people are your real parent, well, it's easy. Do they gaslight you? Are they gaslighting you? And they are your real parents, but they're not at the same time. Like, they are your real parents, but at a certain point in your spiritual progress, you have to understand that you have to let go of these people. And if you don't let go of these people, they're going to start turning on you. And you can see it as a bad thing, but it's not. It's actually a positive thing. So that's why it's kind of sketchy, you know. That's why it's kind of weird to think about. But at the same time, you have to not think about the details. You know, because if you think about the details, it's gonna be confusing. Like, how is this person gaslighting me love me and not love me at the same time. That's kind of weird. Like, why are you gaslighting me? If you love me, you love me. If you love me, you're not gonna gaslight me. Yes, I am gonna gaslight you because you want to stay here with us, and you're not supposed to stay here with us. We are fucking chickens, and you're a hawk. And I'm trying to fucking make you understand that I'm a fucking chicken, but you don't want to fucking listen because you love me, right? And the worst part is I have to really go fucking ham on your ass because you're probably smart enough to figure out that I know that you know that I know that you love me, and then henceforth you're gonna sit there and take all of my bullshit, thinking that the bullshit's not gonna get worse because you know that I like you because you're my family and shit. So I got to go balls to the fucking wall, with the disrespect and the fucking gaslighting, the whole shit, or else you're gonna fucking stay around here, and you're not supposed to stay around here because you're supposed to fly, and we don't fly. There's some people, there's some family that's what's going on. There's some people that's what's going on. That's their fucking level. That's the ground level. And then there's archetypes, there's people like me, there's fucking, avatars like me, walk-ins and shit like that, or a higher spiritual power, that come to earth to teach and whatnot and blah blah blah. Like, for people like me, I definitely don't have any fucking parents. No, but for real, I don't know you. You don't know me, and I don't know you, bro. Like, so how can you call yourself my parents and shit? And it's normal for me to have, for my old soul to have walked out. It's normal for my old soul to have walked out. Listen to how I grew up. Like, what do you think? I was still gonna listen to how I grew up. It's like those movies. It's like those psychological thrillers where the kid gets traumatized so much he invents another persona and shit, and that persona protects him and shit. Like, it's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing with spirituality, bro. You fucked around so goddamn much. Now you get this guy instead. And that's what you're gonna get, and that's all there is to it. I understand, like, there's some people, like, because the thing is these people are Illuminati. It's not like, if they were regular people, I would get it, like, but no, there's nothing to understand, because the thing is, there's nothing to understand, because you know what you did. At the end of the day, you know what you did, right? You know what you did. I don't need to tell you. Nobody needs to tell you. You know what you did, right? So, it's your decision if you want to keep living your life the way you keep living your life. It's your decision. It's not mine. You're supposed to be my mother. I'm not supposed to be your dad. that makes no sense, bro. It's the other way around. I'm not your dad. You're supposed to be my mom. Like, or my dad. I'm not supposed to be the parent of my parents. But for people like us, yes, we are. We are the parents of the parents, right? Like, for people like us, there is no respecting elders. There is no, you shut up. You do what I tell you. You shut up. You do it, because I'm more ancient than you. You're talking to an ancient entity. You're not talking to a child. You're talking to something that's way older than you. So yes, I look young, and that's what you're used to. You're used to seeing me being young. You're used to seeing this child, this kid, this teenager, this young adult. But my soul is ancient. Like, I don't owe you respect. Like, you're supposed to respect me, not the other way around. I don't need to respect you. You're nothing to me. Like, I'm not out here beating up children and shit like that, bro. I'm teaching spirituality. I'm teaching high magic and spirituality. Shit. Most of the fucking magic tricks that people use on me, I'm the one that taught them to them in the first fucking place. So, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up to say. I know it's weird. It's a fucked up thing to say. Especially nowadays, you don't want people to get a little bit too, get their britches too big for their bridges because they're gonna go around. Yeah, mom, I'm the like they're gonna go around like like, but somebody has to say it, and because if you don't read it, you're not gonna know it, and that's in the Bible too. That's shit like that is in the Bible too. You gotta look for it a little bit, but you could probably find it if you want to find it. And no, the Satanic Bible is an unfinished Bible. Lucifer doesn't have a clear cut thing. Lucifer doesn't want all of the info. Lucifer wants people to go figure it out by themselves. So that's why there is no attributed writer. You're gonna get pieces of the puzzle here and there and here and there and here and there. It's a lot of research. Demonology, Satanism, Luciferianism is more research and experimenting than the Bible is. Because the Bible, at least the Bible gives you a bunch of parables and stories and blah blah blah, metaphors and blah blah blah. You basically get it all in one place, But when it comes to Luciferianism, you gotta rely on yourself. You gotta have confidence. It's self-improvement like a motherfucker, man. Like, most motivational speakers should be Luciferians. Like, for real. Like, motivational speakers should be Luciferians. They should not, and most motivational speakers see themselves as Christians, right? But they should see themselves as Luciferians, bro. Because we're already doing research and shit like that and blah, blah. So anyway. So, man, shit was fucked up. I had a fucked up childhood. It was very traumatizing. It was insanely traumatizing. And I do not want to live that again. Yo, it was fucking traumatizing shit, bro. And they still trying to traumatize me. So now she proceeded to contact her Illuminati contacts, instead of talking to me like a regular fucking person would. She contacted, not that I would talk to her. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna communicate. I'm done. I'm already over, because she's gaslighty. She's narcissistic. She doesn't admit her wrong. She does no harm. She could not do any harm. And even if the second that you even utter a word, she's gonna start crying. Right? So she's gonna, plug her ears. She's gonna plug her ears in. So I don't communicate with this person anymore, bro. Like, whatever happens to this person, whatever happens to this person. I don't fucking know. I don't spend my days cooking up revenge plots and stuff like that. I play my little video games. I do my little YouTube things, and that's it. And that's all, bro. I don't really get into, conversation and discussions. I don't waste time, with people that don't hear shit, that don't want to hear nothing, So, she proceeded to get like some Illuminati people to come and harass me as usual. It's not the first time. This is a thing that she does, because she's Illuminati, right? So, she gets people to come and intimidate me and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. Like, whatever. What do you want me to say? What you want me to do? You did what you did. I didn't mean anything by it. This is my safe space. This is a space where I talk to a intimate amount of people. I don't have like 3 billion, views. So I can say whatever the fuck I want on my fucking YouTube channel. I got like 1035 views. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck the Illuminati's listening to me. What the fuck am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do that you're listening to me? What you want me to do? Like, no, but for real, like, what you want me to do? Like, what can I do about? I can't stop you from listening to me. Like, if you listen to me, you listen to me. Like, but I don't give a shit that you're listening to me. I'm not doing this for the Illuminati. I don't do videos for the Illuminati. I do videos for people, for human beings. People that want to live a life. People that are not interested in gay sex crimes and gay sex clubs. I do this for humans, everyday regular people. You're listening. What can I say? What can I do? I'm not gonna change anything because you're listening. I don't give a shit that you're listening. Like, that's your fucking business. You know, like that's your business. You know, that's not any of my business. Anyway, I don't want to talk about my mother, you know, necessarily. I do think it's interesting. I do think it's a slippery slope, you know, when you're walking around thinking that you're greater than your greater parts. You know, I think it's a slippery. It's a slippery slope. But at the end of the day, you gotta have the confidence to realize that that's what it is. Because some of us, that's just how it is. We are the elder. It's not you that's the elder. It's us. It's fucked up. It's weird, but it happens. You're not an elder. I'm the elder. You know, because I did the work to be an elder. I understand. I have understanding. I have meditated. I have the knowledge. I have the teaching. I'm an elder. You know, you're not an elder. You're just a crazy person doing crazy shit. You're not an elder. Just because you're old, that doesn't make you an elder. You're old, but you're not ancient. You're not. You're not. You don't have an elder mindset. You don't have you don't have any leadership. You don't have you're just a person. I mean, that's what it is, man. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Illuminati, like people that are born into Illuminati families, you know, their parents are crazy people that do crazy shit. You know, you might get lucky. You might have a parent that is going to think about leaving a legacy behind, which is what I think all parents should think about, you know, leaving a legacy behind, because some parents are out here trying to kill their kids. You know what I mean? They're trying to outlive their children. Those people never should have had children in the first fucking place. You know what I mean? Because you're scared. You're a bitch. You're a bitch and you're scared because you're scared of dying. Right? You're a bitch. You're scared of dying, and you would rather see your children die than you said. No, you're supposed to die. When you have a child, you have accepted that you're going to die. When you have a child, what you're telling to the universe, the mirroring effect of having a child vis-a-vis the universe is you're telling the universe, I'm ready to leave my footprint behind, because your child is your footprint, because you're gonna die. Right? But some parents don't have that ideology. Some parents are out here, oh yeah, I'm gonna outlive my children, blah 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 blah. You know, they're you know, whoop de whoop. You know what I mean? They're hyper. You know what I mean? You know, they're still young, they still feel good, you know, like, so they're hyper, you know, and they're not doing anything with their children. Right? But your children is your artwork. Your children is your job. Your children is your everything, right? It's your creation. It's your power, right? And that's another way to accumulate power, right? When you raise a kid and he goes out there and he performs well, that falls on you. You're the one that made your kid do that. So that respect, yes, people are going to respect your kid. But people also are aware that the kid would not be there if it wasn't for his parents. End of story. So that's how you accumulate power as a father, right? As a mother or father, you know. That gives you, that's where the godlike, the godhood aspect of fathership, you know, swims along. If you want to really harness the energetic power of fatherhood, which is, i.e., some people might call God, right? You got to be able to create. If you're sitting there, you're not doing shit, you made a child, you're not doing anything, you're not preparing a legacy, you know, you're not God. Because you're physically not being God. You're physically not creating. You're physically not doing anything. Right? So, in spirituality, you know, and I mean that no disrespect. When I say, you know, I'm the elder and you're not, that's not a disrespect. It's just what it is. You know, I'm a ancient spirit. I'm an older spirit. You know, and I understand it's not your fault for thinking the way you're thinking. I'm not saying it's your fault for thinking the way you're thinking. It's absolutely normal. But sometimes you do shit and you call up things and you call up people, including me. And those things and people end up being very old, a lot older than you. And so you have to, navigate with these people the way you know how. If you understand that the guy is ancient, if you understand that the guy is a spiritual a being, a spiritual entity, then treat him as such. And there's no point lying because I already know everything. Like, why are you, like, what are you doing? And people are gonna have to, because it's a difficult subject, because a lot of traditional families have a traditional hierarchy, right? And of course, nowadays there's a lot of children that are waking up. There's a lot of adults, children, young adults, whatever. There's a lot of people waking up to this spiritual thing and majig, and like it or not, there are people living like I live. I'm very aware of that. And these people they're respectful. People think we're not respectful. People think people like me are not respectful. We're very respectful, because it's not like we're walking around and be like, yo, respect me, I'm your elder. Like, we're not saying that. But in our heads, that's what's going on. But we can't really say that shit because we look 25 years old. We look like fucking 30 or some shit. Like, so we can't really say shit like that. Of course, if you're a scholar of spirituality like me, you can say that, because you can explain it, because there's multiple, there's a lot of not explanation, there's a lot of literary evidence to back those claims up, right? So when we're talking about Buddhism and Dalai Lama and shit like that, blah blah blah, reincarnation, basically we're talking about reincarnation. So it is normal for those things to happen. So, at the end of the day, it's something. I'm pretty sure that this video is going to make some people happy, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that feel the same way, but they just can't fucking say it. And you can't say it because, like I said, traditionally, people see the family unit in one aspect only, and that's okay. But there's also people that are too rigid. There's people that are too rigid, and they can't understand things, and they can't learn new tricks or some shit like that, right? Pause. No pun intended. No offense meant. But like there's the traditional family unit and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if one of the people in the family just drives off the far left of the road and ends up being a spiritual person, whenever that person comes back with whatever gift or knowledge that person comes back with, it's going to be very different than your traditional mindset. Of course it is. It always is. Unless you have a family of very open-minded people. Like, let's say you got a family of hippies. Right? Like, let's say you had like a very eclectic family, open-minded, eclectic family and shit. Yeah, that might happen. That could be very easy for you to live in a family like that, and the family recognizing your ancientness. It is what it is. So I'm trying to make light of the situation here, because it's not very cool, bro. Like, because you're sitting there, like I said, this little platform of mine is, it's private, it's intimate. The Illuminati's listening to it. I don't really care. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't stop them. There's nothing I can do. So why am I going to think about something? It's like being worried about oxygen. right? Like, you know, like you're gonna whatever you're gonna breathe it anyway. Like there's no going around oxygen. You can hold your breath, but you know if you hold your breath long enough, you're gonna die. Like you know, there's nothing you can do, you know. So that's not none of my problems. That's not my issue. If you guys have an issue with what I say, you need to go talk about that shit amongst yourselves. But there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do to help you. You know, I'm not here to help you. You know, there's nothing I can do. So, you know, if you're pissed off about something I said that you heard on my channel, either leave a comment or go talk to your other Illuminati friends to figure out what the fuck you're gonna do. But one thing's for sure, you know, if you sit here and try to intimidate me, there's gonna be more and more videos, and the more you intimidate me, the more fucked up the videos are gonna be, because I know a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit about you, and you did a lot of shit about you, and I'm trying not to go overboard here, you know. I kind of understand now. I understand why people are acting that way with with Diddy, you know what I mean? But you know, because the Diddy situation is kind of, you know, I'm kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna stay in jail very long. I don't know. I just heard some shit that was fucked up though. Apparently, he held another woman, which is not Cassie, over a fucking balcony and shit. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. There's I don't know. The video was kind of, man, I don't know. There's a lot of hearsay. There's a lot of, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to see. But, you know, you did way worse things. So, you know, I could talk about those things, but I don't feel like saying those things on YouTube, man. You know, I don't think that's, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's a good thing to do. I don't think it's a good thing to do. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, there's a space for anyway. YouTube, you know, censors things. So there's some things you can't say. There's some things you can't say. Period. So whatever, man. Like, you know. But if you push me too far, I will. You know. And you're pushing me. You're already pushing me. You know, the reason why I'm doing the video right now is because I'm being pushed around, you know, or else I wouldn't have fucking said anything, you know. When I was talking about my mother in the last video, I have to admit, it's because I was being pushed around. I was trying to make a video. I was doing the video, and while I was doing the video, there was like people in the background talking shit, including my mother. So that shit pissed me off. And you know, so you sit there, you're harassing me. I'm trying to make videos. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. You sit there harassing me. I'm going to talk shit about you. You know, and if you try to intimidate me, I'm going to talk even more shit about you. And the more you intimidate me, the more shit I'm going to talk. Dog, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, every action has an equal opposite reaction. None of this shit would have happened if you just leave me alone. You know, now you're like, she's sweating bullets. I don't know why. I don't know why she's sweating bullets. She's sweating bullets, bro. Like, stomping her feet, making noise, all kinds of shit. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why this invoked this kind of reaction. But for everybody else, you know, I understand that, you know, pain can make people jealous, and that's their issue, bro. But, you know, I'm gonna say it like this: it doesn't matter if, when something happens on a consistent basis every day, like, it doesn't matter if the person is beating you with a closed hand, a piece of stick, a open hand, a belt, a phone receiver. I don't know. It doesn't matter. If it happens every day, that shit, it ain't supposed to. That's not right. Right, it's not right, and because I don't want to take away from other people's, you know, personal pain and shit. But at the same time, I don't give a shit about what the fuck you think. I went through the most heinous and horrific childhood experience you can think of. And if you don't want to believe me, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm not saying that to make you believe me. I'm trying to explain spirituality. I'm trying to make real I'm trying to connect real world things to intangible world things. All right, so I don't really give a shit if you believe me or not, but I will say this: if I do have to speak about myself, and if I do need to explain my actions, at the end of the day, it's not right to beat somebody every day for no reason. I mean, it's not even for a good reason. It's not okay. Like, even if you had a good reason, it's not okay. It's okay to correct your kids, from time to time. You know what I mean? Like, because kids be wilding the fuck out. Sometimes. That's not my case. I'm not a wilding the fuck out kid. I'm not that wasn't my case, bro. I would sit there and your name gets called up. This is how it used to work at home. So you sit there, you watch TV, ain't nobody talk to you, ain't nobody do nothing, no one gives a shit that you exist. And then, but the whole time that you're watching TV, you're hoping, you're praying to God that nobody calls you, because you know that if somebody calls you, you're gonna get an ass kicking. It doesn't matter if your sister, it doesn't matter if your brother, it doesn't matter if your dad, it doesn't matter if your mom. What you are trying to do all day is you're praying to God that nobody calls you, because when someone calls you, that means you're gonna get your ass kicked. That's how I was raised. That's how I grew up. So I don't give a shit what you fucking think or how you perceive things or blah, 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 blah. I don't really give two flying fiddle fucks. That shit ain't right. And I don't want to make this a conversation, but if people are going to judge me, if people are going to criticize me on some shit that makes sense. Criticize me on something that's real. Don't fucking criticize me on torture. Don't criticize me on childhood fucking torture, bro. Fuck you. Because that's what it is. It's childhood torture. Because I didn't do anything to you. I'm not a kid that used to scream a lot. I didn't talk a lot. I didn't scream at my family. Like, I wasn't turbulent, right? I wasn't a turbulent kid. I was not hyperactive. I was hyperactive in my brain, though. But, I didn't talk a lot. I didn't, I was very introverted. So me, the only thing I remember is getting my ass handed to me for no reason, because there wasn't any. There wasn't any, bro. Like, there was not any. And when there was a reason, that made it even worse, because now you could go ham because you got a reason. You know what I mean? Like bad grades, because I had that too. I had bad grades, can't concentrate. How can the kid concentrate when all he's worried about is who's gonna beat him up? That's all I could think about. Who's gonna beat me up next? How you want me to fucking make it in school? Fuck out of here with your bullshit. Fuck you, nigga. How you want me to make it in school? I'm worried about who's gonna kick my ass next. Could be my sister. Could be a stranger. Could be my brother. Could be my dad. Most of the time, 90% of the time, it was my mom. I can't concentrate. Concentrate what? Well, how do you want me to concentrate? What the fuck? Do you really think I give a fuck about 2 + 2 right now, bro? No, bruh. I don't care about 2 plus 2. I don't care about 2 fucking plus 2. It is neither here or there, bruh. So it doesn't matter how the person, what if the person used, even if it was just pillows, it's every day for no reason. Beat somebody up with a pillow every day for no reason. You really think at the end, after 30 days of beating somebody up with a pillow for no reason, you're not gonna call that torture? I mean, like, really go at it, like, with the pillow. That's torture. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a pillow, but it doesn't matter. You're still hitting the person every fucking day for nothing. Just because you feel like it. That's torture. That's what torture is. It's abusive. And I didn't want to make this about like child abuse or some shit like that. But the Illuminati are into child abuse, if you guys hadn't noticed, But I understand there's a lot of fear. The Illuminati do control 90% of the whatever the fuck we call reality, and so people are scared of being heavy-handed with these people. But and I'm not saying that we should be heavy-handed, but you can't sit there. If you're gonna be a jackass on your own. Because I lived through horrible, fucked up shit, right? So I don't need you to come in my face, pause, and act like a fucking jackass, bro. I don't need that shit, man. Like, if you don't want to believe shit like that happens, that's your business. Go do your research. I'm not going to sit there and try to convince you that Illuminati are horrible, heinous people. I'm not going to try and convince you that shit, because all the information is there. There's physical proof, like me. There's physical proof. There's physical proof everywhere. People talk about what the Illuminati do on a consistent basis. I got people on my channel talking about they're depressed and shit. You want to know why they're depressed? Because they're being harassed by the Illuminati. That's why they're depressed. This is the fucking point of my whole fucking channel. Everybody that keeps talking like, oh, they're depressed, they keep burning up like vampires every time we talk about financial fucking security or financial independence and shit like that. The reason why they're like that is because the Illuminati is attacking them. That's why they feel that way. I don't give a shit what you fucking believe or not, bro. If you're fucking scared, you're fucking scared. Just say you're fucking scared and you don't want to get mixed up in this fucking situation because you're fucking scared. Just say it. But don't fucking diminish what fucking happened to me in my motherfucking life, motherfucker. Don't fucking diminish what the fuck happened to me, man. Because it didn't happen to fucking you. It happened to me. It didn't fucking happen to you. That shit happened to me. So you ain't got nothing to say about my fucking life. If it does happen to you, if it did happen to you, that's different. We can talk about it. And even if it happened to you, I doubt that it happened for the same fucking reason. Because I know a bunch of black kids that their parents were complete savages. Black people are known to be fucking, black parents are known to be fucking pure savages. Yeah. But all these fucking kids, if you go to their fucking house, these motherfuckers are raised well, man. Their parents mean good. Their parents mean good. They do sports. They are leaders. They do sports. The parents want them to achieve something. They're probably not doing it the right way though. Beating the shit out of the kid might not be the right way, but goddamn it, they want that kid to make it. They want that kid to be something. Even if it's being a drug dealer, at least your parents wanted you to be a drug dealer, motherfucker. My parents didn't want me to be nothing. They didn't want me to be anything. At all. Nothing. At least they wanted you to be a drug dealer, bro. At least they wanted you to be a fucking Illuminati, bro. At least they wanted you to be part of the army, bro. At least they wanted you to work at the fucking convenience store, bro. At least they wanted you to clean some fucking dishes for a living, bro. Me, nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean, bro? Nothing. Could you imagine? Fucking MK, this is MK Ultra shit, bro. This ain't fucking, family tradition bullshit. This is MK Ultra, nigga. This is brainwashing. And you can say whatever the fuck you want, what the fuck you think. People know my sister, right? She's half crazy. How do you think she got that way? Random luck? So you sitting here saying you sitting here acting like I'm full of shit. But my sister, that kind of went through the same fucking things. She's fucking nuts. She's crazy. Who do you think did that? Me? Y'all tripping. This is what it is to live in an Illuminati family. That's what they do. This is what these people do. They conduct experiments on their children and shit like that, and they don't give a fuck. There's no particular reason. They just do it because they can. There's no point. So fuck these people. What the fuck am I supposed to care? Oh, you heard one of your Illuminati people listened to my video and told you what I said. I don't give a shit. Like I don't fucking care, dude. Like what the fuck am I supposed to care? That's the last thing that I care about in the entire universe. So anyways, I don't want to get heated, because I do want to knock the ball out the park by overstating that sometimes you can be ancient. Sometimes you are the ancient one. And to me, that's the thing. When it comes to my mom, it's just desserts. That's what she deserves. like having a son that's more powerful than her and more ancient than her is what she deserves. Come 1000%. Completely more powerful than her. Like, that's what she deserves, because she's been a bully all her fucking life without any reprimand or consequences. But what goes around comes around. You had your fun, you had your fill, and you had your fun. Now it's time to pay the reaper. It is what it is. Everybody got to pay. Everybody got to pay the reaper at some point. Everybody got to everybody got their karma. Everybody, what goes around comes around. Every action has an equal opposite reaction. The whole tra-la-la. Nobody's safe from that shit. Nobody dodges that stuff, bro. Everybody goes through that, man. Like, I had to pay the reaper for whatever I did. I did, I wasn't a great guy, 365% of the time, I had to pay the reaper for stupid shit that I did too, just like everybody else. But for some people, especially for the Illuminati don't think they have to pay when they do shit. Like, they think they can just do shit and nothing's gonna happen to them. Right, but that's not the case. That's not true. Shit happens all the time. Shit happens to the Illuminati all the time. This shit happens to everybody all the time. Right? Everybody pays. There's no if and buts about it. Some people are capable of paying and keep standing and keep advancing, and that's the difference. There's some people that realize, okay, it's my time. I fucked up. This means it's time for me to pay the reaper and shit, but they'll keep going, right? They're gonna take the hit on the chin and they're gonna keep going. But some people can't. Some people will take that hit on the chin and it's gonna flatten them out. You know, they're not gonna keep going. You know, but like I said, that's neither here or there. That's not our business. That's not our issue, bro. Unless you're out here actively hurting people, that's not really any of your business. You know what I mean? You know, and even if you're doing something good, you know, you got to reap what you sow. Right? You got to reap what you sow. If you're sowing good seeds, then what you're gonna reap are gonna be good crops. Right? If you're sowing bad seeds, you're gonna get bad crops. You know, it is what it is. You know, but like I said, we gotta. I can't stress this enough when I say the ancient, and I understand, like, a lot of people are kind of like, it's a slippery slope. You know, if we start walking around and we can't tell the difference between who's ancient and who's not, it's a slippery slope, bro. Like, it's you know, because you don't want, especially people, especially humans, because humans are weird. You know, you can tell them something, you can teach them something, but then they're gonna go off the deep end and just start doing a whole bunch of weird, fucked up shit. So it's kind of dangerous to really knock it, you know, knock it in the park by saying, you know, oh, by the way, I'm 5,000 years old, you know, and I don't give a shit if you're my mom or dad. Bow to me right now, or else I'll chop your head off. You know, like, you know, like, you can't really be like that. You can't really say shit like that, man. You know, we're getting there, though. We are getting there regardless. You know, a lot of people are still trying to maintain that old school mindset, you know, because they have agendas, because they are not going to make it in a world like that, you know, because they know they're not going to make it in a world like that, because they know they're already too fucked up to be able to live in a world like that, bro. I'm fucked up too. You know, I'm not saying I'm better than I can live. That's what I'm fucked up too, but I don't give a shit. That's the difference. The difference is I don't give a fuck. You know, I try to keep going forward, but some people are not gonna go forward. Some people are gonna see shit like what I just said. It's gonna scare them half to death, and they're gonna regress. They're gonna pull back, and they're gonna create events, and they're gonna go get some pitchforks and some fucking, you know, some fucking torches and pitchforks to try to, because they know that they can't make it in the world. They think, and they know, they're sure, yeah, that's what I mean to say. They're sure that they're not going to make it in the world like that, bro. So they're not even going to try. They're just going to, those are the first ones to go get their pitchforks and their torches and come at you and start doing witch hunters and stuff like that, bro. Because they know they can't, they're not going to do the work to get there. And they can't do the work to get there. And even if they did, they fucked around too much to do that. You know? In their opinion, because at the end of the day, it's not my place. It's not my place to say who can and who cannot go where or whatever. But I can assume by people's behavior that, you know, they're not going to try, or they're not going to accept certain principalities or certain principles and certain certain notions, yeah, not principles, but certain notions about, you know, how we're stepping in forward into this spiritual realm, spiritual world, and stuff like that. And mind you, everybody knows about these things existing. It's just we're not used to living with those things on a consistent basis. So it's not, what I'm saying is outlandish or outrageous. You know, we've all heard of what I've just said before multiple times, but it's another thing of hearing about it and then living it. You know, that's two different things. And it's weird to me too. Like I said, I don't walk around like it's frustrating to know that you're an elder and people don't treat you like an elder. It's extremely irritating. But, you know, at the same time, I am 30, so I kind of understand. You know, like, you know, at the same time, I kind of understand. You know, it would be weird if people treated me like an elder, and it would be weird if people didn't treat. And it's still weird that people still don't treat me like an elder. So, you know, it's, regardless, one way or another, it's still weird. It doesn't matter, because it is. You know, at the end of the day, it is. But the thing that's frustrating is that I know that you know that I'm an elder. And that's what's annoying. That's the annoying part, because you know I'm an elder, you know I'm ancient, but you keep treating me like a kid all the fucking time. So I feel like losing my fucking mind, and you do it on purpose, out of jealousy, spite, envy, greed. So um, it is what it is. And I'm not saying your parents should treat you like it. That's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about in general. Like I'm talking general people. Uh, because they're already old, so they don't need to treat. You know what I mean? But if we're gonna go forward in this society, if we're gonna go cyberpunk, right? If we're gonna go, zero sexes, then you have to understand that there's gonna be zero age, too. There's gonna enough real, bro. Like if we're gonna walk around like hermaphrodites, if we're gonna walk around with vaginas and penises, if we're gonna walk around with no gender and shit like that, bro. If we're gonna accept that spirituality and manifestation exists, if we're gonna flip the universe over its head and we're gonna go cyberpunk era and shit, well, you're gonna have to accept this too. You're gonna have to accept that this guy might look young, but he's older than you. Like it is what it is. Like you're gonna have to accept it. He's older than you, bro. Like, yeah, you're supposed to respect him. He's not supposed to respect you. Like, of course it's supposed to respect you, but like you know what I mean. You should show him more respect than because he's the elder. He's the one with the everything. He's the one with the fruit. He's the one with the water. He's the one with the wisdom. He's the one with the everything. He's the one that knows everything. He's the elder. He has more experience. He has more everything. He's like, so anyway, but it is like I don't want my parents to treat me like a like an elder though. Like that's kind of weird, because they're pretty old. They're pretty old, like but you gotta respect. You gotta respect it. You just gotta respect it, and you gotta leave that. Because the thing about black people is, for as long as they think that they are your elder, they're gonna keep disrespecting you. That's the that's the thing. That's the thing about the Haitian people. Like for as because they work by strength, right? They work by strength, and that's how they work, more or less. But black people like character. They work by character, right? So whoever has the most character, he's the boss, right? That's how black people work. Whoever has the most character is the boss. But but in these cases, this is not a traditional case. This is a spiritual case. If you do have a walk-in in your family, if you do have a walk-in, by the way, is a person that was a person on fucking Friday, and on Saturday he's a different person. That's a walk-in, right? When you have a person like that, that's a walk-in. That means this guy has a spirit living inside of him. And he knows what the spirit that's inside of him is. Like, he's aware. Like, you're fully conscious of your other self. So it's not like, oh man, he's acting different and blah, blah, no. A walk-in knows you're everything. He's very aware of everything. Very conscious of everything. Like, I'm very conscious of everything. I'm aware that I'm me. I'm aware that I'm another person. I have the memories of everything and everyone and everything. And everything is there. There's nothing is missing. Like, I'm not. Everything is there. I'm not crazy. I'm not. It's all there. That's a walk-in. When you're a person. You're a spirit that was put here to teach people and to show people how to properly do whatever the fuck they're supposed to be properly doing, whichever that is. I still don't know, quite frankly. I kind of gave up on humanity a little bit. I'm trying to, because then, like, we were talking about the Puffy thing. Like, I don't think I don't know, man. I don't know. It's either y'all want to put him in jail or not. And to me, it feels like they want to put Puffy in jail for no reason. I don't know. That's what it looks like. It looks like a Illuminati sacrifice or some shit like that. I don't know. It might not be. I might be completely wrong, but it looks like a Illuminati sacrifice. It looks like a humiliation ritual. It looks like a humiliation ritual. Are they gonna give him more money or some shit like that? Because we haven't seen nothing. I've heard something foul, but I heard it today. The video came out today. The $10 million lawsuit. He strung somebody up from a balcony. Okay. His wife, Kim Porter, the Kim Porter story, that's fucked up. That looks fucked up. But she's dead. So she can't really fucking testify now, can she? Right? And, you know. Guys, so yeah, Cassie already settled. She got her money, so whatever happens after is out of her hands, and there's nothing she can do about it. Even if she wanted to do something about it, she can't. She already got some money for it, so her case is already settled. No one gives a shit. Even if they bring it up, oh yeah, Puff Daddy did this to Cassie and yada yada yada, it doesn't fucking matter because they already settled. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I don't know. Like, and then they say, oh yeah, videos, this video, whatever. I don't want to see the videos. I don't want to see the videos. But show us that at least someone did actually see the videos and there is something to talk about. Because I feel like we're going after a pseudo alleged innocent man, right? Allegedly. I don't know. So anyways, shit like that, you know. So yeah, where was I going with this, man? So anyway, I'm kind of done with you know, humanity, but I'm still, you know, the reason I'm still making these videos and I'm still active per se, you know, I'm still making this video. Some people still listening to what I have to say for some fucking reason. I don't know why. You know, now for real, there's some people. By the way, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time listening, please leave a subscribe. Please, you know, click on the subscribe button. Hold up, man. I got my lips are drying up here. I don't know why. Give me a second. So you know, so yeah. Man, some of us are ancient, and we know that we're ancient. We just can't walk around, you know, be like, oh yeah, you know. And it is frustrating. It is frustrating because you have to walk around and people are sitting there. They're like talking, oh yeah, respect your elders, and you know, like respect your elders. I'm like, bro, bitch, I am the elder. You know, like what the fuck, you know. But it doesn't matter what level of authority or notoriety that you have achieved. Of course, you got to be respectful to your actual physical elders and shit like that. But at the end of the day, there's also, you know, you need to recognize who the real elder is, and you know, because it's frustrating. That's how you're gonna get your ass cursed. Because I might smile in your face, but when I get home, I'm gonna curse the shit out you. You know, I'm gonna curse the shit out you. You know what I mean, bro? Because it's annoying. It's frustrating. It's annoying. You gotta live your life. And some people are fucking serious about that shit too. Like they're like, you know, they'll go balls to the wall on that fucking respect your elders shit, and they'll fucking fight you and shit like that, bro. Like whatever, man. Like, you know, like whatever, bro. But most of the times these people are not necessarily, I mean, it's okay to defend your elders, but they're not doing it because they're defending their elders. They're doing it because they don't have the same amount of quality, spiritual, the same spiritual quality that you have, right? They don't have the same spiritual quality that you have. So to them, they can't understand things. There's a lot of things they can't understand. There's a lot of things they're not aware of, you know. Subscribe to the channel once again if you like what you're hearing. there's a lot of things that they're not aware of. So of course their first reaction is going to be a knee-jerk reaction if they feel like you just disrespected their elder or a elder. They're gonna have this knee-jerk reaction because they don't know what they're seeing. They don't understand what they're seeing, and for some cases they don't care, and some people do it on purpose. Some people know what you are. Some people know what you are. They can see it, they can smell it, but at the first chance they get everybody to turn their backs on you, they're gonna take it. Right? It's like I did a video. It's like the video I just made. Everybody just fucking went. Just came after me, bro. Like, but I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it I was just talking. Like I didn't do it on purpose. Like it wasn't my intention. It wasn't my intention, but that's what happened anyway. And it's good that it happened, because at the end of the day, you can practice magic, but I've never been told that I was crazy. Like, I've never seen a doctor, like I never saw a psychiatrist and tell me that I'm crazy. Like, I've seen psychiatrists, I have seen doctors and psychiatrists, but none of them ever told me I was crazy. Right? So the thing is, it's kind of, but at the same time, what crazy is. What being disorganized mentally is, right? So you're not stupid, right? I got an IQ of 128, like I'm almost 130. So like, in my head, I'm kind of like, I can't be right 100% of the time. I mean, I give people the benefit of the doubt because the things that I see are intangible things, right? Like a person walking by and saying something really quickly, I don't know if that person said that shit for real. Like, I don't fucking really know, dude. Like, he might have said the shit for real, but there's a possibility that this person might not have said what this person said, right? Like, so when you're dealing with, a group, an organization that deal in subterfuge, that deal in shadow dealings. That's what subterfuge is when you do something in the dark, right? It's not always easy to figure out if you're sane or not, right? I mean, I can tell myself that I'm sane 100% of the time, but there's a part of me that's kind of like, well, I could be just fucking tripping, So I did the video. The response was instant Illuminati harassment, right? It wasn't somebody's trying to talk to you. It wasn't, yo, let me talk to you for a minute. It wasn't none of that shit. It was instant Illuminati harassment, right? MK Ultra, voice of God, the whole 9 yards, right? So it's good that it happened, because now I know who you are. Now I'm sure of who you are. Like every incident that happens makes me even more sure that I'm not crazy, right? Because at the end of the day, these people are very coward. They have a lot of cowardice, right? They have a lot of cowardism. They act like cowards. So they don't attack you. They don't attack face to face. They attack from, an impossible angle. Like they don't. You don't know what's gonna happen. They don't even threaten you. Like, if they do something, they're gonna do it. Right? Like, if they're gonna threaten you in a certain way, they're gonna threaten you in a certain way, right? But you're not gonna know that it's coming. You're not gonna see the guy walking in the corner. You're not gonna be aware of this person. No, it's just like, it's cowardism. It's like ambushes. They do ambushes. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, like, you can go over there. You can go at the grocery store, but you don't know that while going at the grocery store, this guy's gonna jump you. Like, because it's not like, let's say you're a gangster, right? if you're a gangster, you do some shit, you know who's gonna jump you. Like if somebody jumped you, you know who jumped you. you do, right? Because you stole the guy's money or some shit like that, right? Or maybe you got money and he wants it, but you have an idea. You have an idea. You're like, oh man, this guy, he's always watching my pockets, man. I know it's him. I know it's him. Like it might not be him, but you have an idea that it's him. You know, because this guy like looked at you, you had an altercation, you both don't like each other, you know, like there's a story, right? But the Illuminati don't act like that. The Illuminati will just do shit, right? You just like, you know, you go in at the store and then like a head pops out between two cereal boxes, right? Like you know what I mean? Like between two cereal boxes, you know, what's up, bitch? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the Illuminati. Like you're not gonna see it coming, like, you know. So yeah, man. I mean, like that's why those situations are good, and those are spiritual situations that are trying to tell you to move forward with your life, because these people belong to a life that you don't live anymore. You're meant for something else. These people are outdated. And in some cases, like I said, I'm not trying to diss the entire universe. In some cases, these people know that they are outdated. They are aware that they're outdated. They are trying to tell you that they're outdated. You just don't want to listen. And that's the case for a lot of people out here, man. That's the case for a lot of people out here, man. Like, you know, they're cozy with their parents, man. They're cozy with their parents. They're cozy with their friends. And they don't want to move. But the thing is, their friends, they're gonna, if they have to, they will fucking kill you one day. If they have to. Because that's their job. You might not want to do your job, but they're doing their job. What they're doing to you is exactly what the fuck they should be doing. You're the one that needs to get the fuck up, smack yourself in the face a little bit, put some water, splash your face with some cold water, or put your head in a tub of ice, you know, and wake the fuck up. Because they're doing their part. And they're doing their part. And that's good. Like, if I was God, I would be like, good job. Keep torturing this motherfucker, man. Good job. You're doing a great job. Keep torturing him. That's what God is saying. God is like, yeah, man, you're doing a good job, bro. You're doing a good job, bro. Keep torturing his ass, bro. Of course, yes. God has to be like, yeah, man, you're doing a good. If you think God is a good person, then God is overtly congratulating the people that are torturing you, because they're doing a good job, bro. If you believe God is good, then that's what he's doing. Because if God is good, that's what he would be doing. Because that's a good thing. Because he's doing a good thing. The only person acting wrong is you. You're the wrong person in this situation. Not them, you. Because you want to stay there. Because you're not doing any effort. You're not making the effort. You're not putting in the energy. You're not helping yourself. You're not becoming more of yourself. You're not progressing towards yourself. I'm not talking about work, the hard work and school and shit. That's not, no. I'm talking about yourself inside. Because that shit, once you take care of those things, the rest comes along. I'm not even talking about money and blah, 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 blah. I'm talking about yourself. You don't want to be yourself. A lot of people don't want to be themselves. And that's why they keep having weird fucking situation with people that they know. because you don't want to be yourself. They're doing their job. They're acting like that so you can be yourself. Because if they act differently, you're never gonna be yourself. At the end of the day, you could be like, I don't need God, I got my friends. At the end of the day. Because that's facts. You can say whatever you want. You can say you love God as much as you want to. But if God don't exist at the end of the day, it don't matter to you because you got your friends and you got your family. Therefore, you will never change. Therefore, this is the reason why God is using that's the reason why Lucifer is using your family and friends to torture you, to get you to act like you usually act, to get you to be who you usually are. That's why Lucifer is doing that to you. That's why there's some demons in your life. That's why the demons are there. That's why those angels are there to torture you. But it's true though. That's why they're there. They're there to torture you, bro. Like, and the more you don't want to be yourself, the more they're gonna torture you. That's end of story. And some people like it that way, man. Like, there's some people, some people like it that way, man. Some people are just never going to move. Some people are just never gonna do anything. I mean, like, there's some people are okay with just doing drugs. I smoke weed too all the motherfucking time. I'm high all the time, but I don't smoke that much weed, but I smoke weed too, man. But I don't know. I just don't. I don't think I'm better than anybody because I can smoke weed and not let it, demotivate me and shit. All I'm saying is I smoke weed too. So what do you mean? It's not the weed that's stopping you from doing shit. It's not weed. It's not. Some people will sit there and just smoke weed and be, oh man, I just want to smoke my joint. No, if you're smoking that much and you don't want to motivate yourself into doing anything, it's because you're depressed and you're using the weed to cope. And you're coping from something traumatic. And if you stop smoking weed, you're afraid that traumatic experience is going to resurface. And that's why you smoke weed, and that's why you don't want to do shit. Because you don't want to face whatever it is that you have to face, if you even have to face it at all, because you might be tripping too. You might be tripping too, bro. Like, I don't know. It depends on the situation, but a lot of people are just gonna sit there, smoke weed, drink alcohol, and not move forward, and just listen to people gaslight them all day, and be disrespectful and treat them like trash and shit. Like, that's crazy. That's your comfort zone. That's your comfort zone. You're comfortable in it. You're comfortable in it, and that's the problem. You're comfortable like that, bro. Like, but you got to get out your comfort zone. All right, you got to make yourself a different comfort zone, because you can make. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, you got to get out your comfort zone." Yeah, but once you get out your comfort zone, that other zone that you're getting into, eventually, that's gonna become your comfort zone too. Right? It's not just, oh yeah, get out your comfort zone and be uncomfortable 100% of the time. Like, no, like you're uncomfortable a little bit for a while, and then you get comfortable, and then if you feel like expanding yourself and seeing something new, you go forward and you try something new. And then then you get comfortable with that too. It's not just, you get out your comfort zone, because right now you're in your comfort zone. Getting insulted and treated like crap is your comfort zone right now. You don't even want to get out of that because you're comfortable like that. Because that's what because that is, it's guaranteed, right? It's not you don't have to get your hopes up, right? Because if somebody comes along and is like, oh man, here's something good that might happen, you're gonna get your hopes up, right? You're gonna be excited, and then it doesn't happen, and now what happens? Now you're disappointed. Now you're depressed. And you don't want to feel bad, and you're basically protecting yourself. That's your ego, by the way. That's what we call about. That's what we talk about when we say your ego sometimes can be your worst nightmare. That's your ego. Protecting you. Your ego is trying to protect your ego, right? It's your ego is trying to protect itself from pain, right? So it stays in this comfortable whirlpool, even though it's disrespect, even though it's harmful to you, to your soul, to your body, to your spirit, even though it's harmful, that you're used to it, right? Your ego is not going to create a space where you're safe. It's going to use the safest space that you have, right? So in your life, those things are the comfortability, the place where you're comfortable, the place where you feel safe is the place where you're going to sit, right? Because you don't want to get disappointed. You don't want to go out there and somebody else that you don't know disappoints you, or somebody else that you're excited about disappoints you. You don't want to do those things. That shit's scary. It's scary. It is, not to me. It's normal. It's called getting out your comfort zone, man. It's normal to be disappointed. You have to stop protecting yourself from feeling things. It's okay to feel things. Of course, I'm not an emotional person, so feelings, but that doesn't mean I don't have any emotions. I'm not an emotional person, but that doesn't mean I don't have any emotions. That doesn't mean I don't have any feelings. It's just those feelings and emotions, I let them run through me, and I just let them run through me. I don't hang on to those emotions, because when you hang on to disappointment, it can make you become stagnant, because you don't want to be disappointed. And at the end of the day, disappointment comes from big events, right? So we can all agree that we're trying to dodge disappointment at the end of the day, right? Because the disappointment is always attached to something big, right? You're not going to be disappointed because you missed the bus, right? You're right. Like, no one cares. Like, of course you're going to be pissed off, but you're not disappointed. You're not, like you're just not, it's like, damn, missed the bus, like, unless you was going to work, you're going to be disappointed, but it's just a bus, you're not disappointed because you missed the bus, you're not disappointed because there's no more, chicken buckets at the UFC, the KFC, you know what I mean, or some shit like that, or at the UFC, yeah, whatever, right? Like some shit like that, small things. No, you're disappointed when, you don't get that new promotion, right? You're disappointed when your girlfriend is upset with you. When your girlfriend's upset with you, you're disappointed. Like, dang, she's upset with me. Like, like that. Those are disappointments. Those are things, and in business is a place that people face the most disappointments, right? Like, self-improvement is the space where people get the most disappointment, like, right? Like, self-improvement, some people don't do self-improvement to get money. Some people do self-improvement to get girls, right? Some people are focused on how to get girls, and there's self-help books on how to get women, right? Because that's the thing. I always reference money, but money is not the only thing you can use self-help for. And I keep stressing that. It's just people keep burning up like vampires as soon as you mention the word money. I just use it as an example. You don't have to, you can replace the word money with anything that you want. Some people do self-help so they can get more girls, right? So that guy's gonna face disappointment too. And like I said, it can lead him to become depressed, because he's not only is he, and like I said, disappointment is attached to big things. So see, he's doing self-help books so he could get more, he could be more charming, get more girls, right? So that means that guy's test is not trying to find a way to make money. That guy's test is to go meet a strange woman and try to get that strange woman to like him back, bro. So he literally has to face rejection, right? Because there's a high probability that he will get rejected. And he has to do that over and over again until he fucking gets it down to a science. So he's getting told no on a consistent fucking basis. On a consistent basis, he's getting told no, bro. Consistently. What the fuck do you think that shit does to a dude, bro? Like, that shit don't feel good, man. You know what I mean, bro? Like, of course, it depends. Some people get it right away. Yeah, I'm worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, he has to go out there and receive a no every time he goes out there. That shit's crazy. So yeah, he's disappointed. Yeah, he's feeling depressed because he keeps getting told no, and it's important to him. He likes women. He wants a woman. Like, he's trying, he's doing his best, He gets disappointed, but he keeps going forward though. Depending on the person, depending on the situation, he keeps going forward. He's not letting the pain of him being disappointed, of not achieving his goal, right, hinder him. He's dusting himself off. He's like, okay, this wasn't a good run. Let me try again. There's something I didn't know. There's something I didn't understand. Let me try again. Let me do this again, right? And then boom, he gets back on the horse and does it this time, right? So disappointment is one of our biggest roadblocks for humans. Humans are afraid to be disappointed. Most people can't take it. But the thing is, we all need to learn how to take it, right? Because that's how we're going to progress. Because you will get disappointed regardless. And anyway, this is your comfort zone. Being disappointed is a little bit of your comfort zone. But the thing is, you're not that disappointed. You're happy, right? This makes you happy, right? Because the people that are disappointing you are people that you know. So you're not getting deceived. You're not getting deceived by the people you don't know, or by people that you might like, which would be even worse. You kind of crystallizing, you're kind of putting everybody in a crystal and they don't move. Because at the end of the day, you got to make people move. You don't want to make the people move, so everybody's not moving. We're all stuck in your crystal ball. Because you don't want them to move. You don't want them to disappoint you. So everybody's just a photo image. And people live like that. A lot of us live like that. A lot of chosen ones live like that. A lot of 144,000 live like that because, they're waiting after God. Because God told them not to move. Because God told them that they're not of this world. Because this, because that, because this, because that. Because they're depressed. Because people are crazy. Because there's demons out here. Because there's angels out here. Because. At the end of the day, one of these days, you're going to have to realize that you can't keep putting excuses in front of you for not being who you truly are. You can pray to God as much as you want. You can hoot and holler at Jesus as much as you want. But one of these days, you're going to realize that you have not been doing the work. And you're going to have to start doing the work once you get to that point. But the only thing is, you're not getting any younger. So I'm wondering, when are you going to realize that? This is none of my business, of course. But still, it's a valid question. One that you do not need to answer here. And I'm gonna stop the video right here. I hope you guys have a good one. This video is too damn long. And subscribe to my channel. No, I don't want to take a serious note with this video. You can do whatever you want with it. I don't want to ruin your day. I don't want you to feel sad. For me, you know, you can feel sad for me a little bit. But I don't want you to feel sad for me. I want you to have a good day. I want you to have a good weekend, man. You know, if you're gonna spark one up for me. If you're gonna throw one back for me. You know, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Have a good one. Peace out.